Pack, Set, Go. Traveling Podcast presents Travel Star Tuesday.
Let's have a bird. Look at that.
The Lifestyle Brothers. You know what it is, man. It's that day of the week. Not Monday, not Wednesday, not Friday. Tuesday. Travel Star Tuesdays. Now, this week here, we did something a little bit different, right? Because, I'm gonna give you a little bit of free school. You go to the airport, you got a pocket full of cash, you buy a ticket to San Tropez, you buy a ticket to Jamaica, Colombia. Guess what? You're on the watch list. Why? Because purchasing a ticket with cash is a red flag. Go figure, right? Now, there's other ways to purchase your tickets, I tell people. There's debit, and more commonly used a lot of people is credit. Now, we have a guest today who can talk to you more in depth about credit, Mr. You Need Good Credit, Brother Jay. Uh, First and foremost,
Right.
where can they find you out on social media? Because they're going to have questions. A lot of people are trying to get their credit right. They want to finance certain things with credit. And, where can they find you out with their questions, brother?
Well, they can follow me on Instagram at Unique Great Credit. As far as the website, same thing, www.uniquegreatcredit.com. So that's YOUNEED Great Credit.com.
Okay, great, great. Now, with credit now, I know there's three major trade lines when it comes to credit. You have TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Am I correct with that? Okay,
Correct.
so
Yep. So those are credit
okay.
bureaus. They're reporting agencies.
Now with those different agencies now, is there a thing a person can do? Let's say have a discrepancy. Let's say well, first and foremost, there's what's called a credit score. If you're not familiar with credit scores, now your credit scores range
Correct.
from, I believe, what is it, 500, 550?
So it's about
Woo,
350 to about 850.
350. Okay.
Yes,
Now,
yes. I've dealt with clients that have about 360, 370 credit scores.
Wow.
So yes, it does
so
range
now when you
that way.
say a 350, is that considered good credit, or is that needs a lot of help credit?
That's probably the lowest credit score you can have. So it's
Okay,
not
so
good.
the range variant jumps from 350 on the low end, and you said 850 on the high end.
Correct.
So 850 is deemed as perfect credit.
Correct.
Okay, that's good
Correct.
to know. So people, make sure you write that down. 350. So if you check your credit score, you have a 350, a 450, a 550. You need a little bit of help. And now you're in the right place to get help because
Mhm.
this gentleman here can help you to repair your credit so you can finance things that you want to do. Now, when I say finance, when you have credit cards, you're able to kind of pay it off in installments. You can finance it. You don't have to pay it off in one lump sum. Now, of course, you have credit
Correct.
cards, you have charge cards. Now, a charge card is a completely different type of card. There's no thing, it's installments, it's one
Right.
lump payment. So if you charge it on the first of the month, when your bill
Correct.
comes, they want the full payment. So we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about credit
Right.
cards, which are more commonly used.
Correct.
So now I have a question for
Yes.
you, right? So I want to go on a trip. I want to go to an exotic country. Now, what type of credit card would I need, or what type of credit should I have available to travel?
So there's definitely a lot of different credit cards you can get. As far as traveling, you would want to get a credit card that offers benefits as far as collecting miles and points, and you can use those miles and points to state travel for free. Whether if you want to buy a plane ticket, the credit card company does issue a certain amount of miles of depending on how many dollars you spend. As far as free hotel stay, you can cash your points in that you retrieve from the credit card, and you can use that to pay for the hotel. So definitely, there's a lot of credit cards out there that you can get to travel for free, and no hotel paid for, plane ticket paid for, just by using your credit
Okay,
card.
so are those the ones that they consider the reward cards?
Correct. So there's different reward cards, but you would want to get the one that you can accumulate miles for every dollar you spend. So there's multiple cards that you can get that fall in that
Okay,
Yes.
area.
I have
okay.
the Delta. rewards cards, and I just got the JetBlue one because I fly JetBlue frequently now, and they give me free check bags with the card.
Mm,
Without the card, I pay $30 per bag. With the card, I get free check bags. Just a tip in case you fly. Yeah,
that's nice. Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure that you probably every dollar you spend, you probably get like
yeah,
a mile or two
2 miles. Yeah,
that you can accumulate. Yeah, and then you would just cash that in to get a plane ticket
correct.
for free.
Yes, but with
Yep.
see
So
see
that's
with us, we
basically
fly
how it
different
works.
airlines.
Yeah.
We never usually fly the same airlines all the time because each airline goes to different countries, different places. So it's kind of hard to have 13
Right.
different airline credit cards. So is that a good thing?
No, completely understand. That's why there's banks that actually offer that kind of perk. Capital One, Bank of America, Chase, they all have perks where you can accumulate airline points to
So I could
cash in
get
for
one
free plane
card.
tickets. So, for example, they have Capital One Venture Card. I believe it's 2 miles for every
Correct.
dollar you spend, and then the first 90 days, if you spend like $3,000, they give you like 60,000 miles. That's already a plane ticket. I believe that's equivalent to like $600.
Correct. Yeah, I am a Capital One Venture card holder, and what you're saying is very accurate. And they actually have
Yeah,
two types of venture cards. They have the one that has no annual fee, where you get 1 mile for per dollar, and then the one when you pay
right.
the annual
Yeah,
fee, you get rewarded more because you're paying something into the card by paying annual fee. You get
yeah.
two
You
to
get
two
more
and a
more
half miles
points.
per dollar. You are
Correct.
absolutely correct. What I can say on top of what the credit expert said is I actually have the card, and you can use the reward points for any airline, any hotel. There's no restrictions, and there's no blackout periods or expiration on your points.
So Christmas is
Right.
not a blackout.
Right.
Nothing,
New Year's,
nothing. You can
wow.
use them all. Yeah, I know. The
Right.
credit expert did say he had to
So
take another call earlier, so hopefully he can come back in shortly. But
I
what he
know he
was
had to go, yeah, because he has other bookings to fix people's credit, and his time is very, I guess, limited and precious. He did it as a favor to come on the show and explain to people how to get your credit to a higher level so you could do things and also reap the rewards of having good credit, like how we travel frequently. Like my biggest stipulations is paying for luggage because when I pack, sometimes the bag is always like 54 pounds or 55 pounds, and the
correct.
limit is only 50 pounds. So we're at the airport trying to take off 4 pounds, a pair of sneakers, a pillow, Twizzlers, and with the card, you allow two free bags. So I could just bring another bag and say, load it up. We don't have to be
100%.
we don't have to be frugal when we travel with our luggage going forward, because my clothes may weigh only 45 pounds and your clothes could weigh 60 pounds because you're a heavier person.
Correct. We've done that multiple times where I
Yeah,
take out a pair of
respectfully,
sneakers.
respectfully. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, the sneakers alone, my sneakers weigh 7 pounds sometimes,
yeah.
which is
So,
sounds crazy, but yes, I'll take out a pair of sneakers. Now I can bring the bag in without having to pay the what's called the overweight baggage fee, which is exorbitant. I mean, it could be $50, it could be $100 for overweight carry on. I mean, overweight check bags, which is
hey,
ridiculous.
welcome back, Jeremiah. I know you're very busy. I know you're taking calls while you're actually on this podcast. And how do you structure your time? If somebody wants to go to you to get their credit up to par, up to a higher number than what they have already, how long does it take, the process? Does it take a month, a week, a year? I just want to let the people know that it's doable, number one. You can do it, and it's financially beneficial for you to do it. Those are three things we need to educate the people on. Because it's scary. Having bad credit scares a lot of people.
right. Can you repeat your question? You was breaking up.
My question is, how long does it take to get your credit to a decent level?
Okay.
Like what is a decent level? Honestly, because I don't know.
I would say anywhere from 680 or better. Average credit score that has about 680 or better doesn't really have negative accounts or any fixing to do. It's more on like paying their credit cards down. So I would say 680 or better. But 700 plus is always good. But as far as getting to that credit score, it can take an average about because you need history. So history takes time. So I tell my clients, you're gonna need at least a year to build up, and that'll get you around that range. But
Wow,
a lot of
a
people think
year.
that happens overnight within 3 months. Hey, I want to fix my credit. I want to get a house in next month. So it doesn't work like that. So the reason why it's credit history is because it takes time to get there, not we're good next month. It doesn't work like that. So I would
Gotcha.
say it takes anywhere from about up to a year to actually build up to that point.
Wow. That's a good information to know because
Yeah.
sometimes people think you could just do things in a drop of a hat, Like I could just apply
Correct.
for a new card or change my name or put my credit in my daughter's name. Different gimmicks. It's better to have good credit from the start and continue to have it through your whole succession, your whole lineage, because you can't fix the credit in a month or in 2 months. A lot of times with credit, you don't know, like I don't know you need it until you apply for something new. If you go try to
Correct.
get a new
Correct.
card, then you realize, oh my God, I didn't pay my student loan from 2000 and whatever, and now it's come back to haunt you, you know. And
Yeah.
it's amazing that stuff that you need credit for, and you don't realize it until you actually have to go get it.
Well,
Like,
yeah, it's also like you said, but it's discipline too. You got to stay disciplined, paying your bills down, paying them on time, and
yeah,
and the reality is, I've actually applied for credit cards just for travel. And when I say that is, certain credit cards give you such introductory bonus points. Delta, you may get 50,000 points if you spend a certain amount of money in 90 days. JetBlue, I have the JetBlue Business Card, I have the JetBlue Plus card. I have about three JetBlue cards actually, and they all gave me a certain amount of miles based on me spending a certain amount of money in a 90-day period. So I might have spent 2,000 to get 50,000 miles, which is the equivalent to I can go to Puerto Rico for free. I can go to Jamaica for free,
yeah,
Barbados for free. Because JetBlue is known for the Caribbean, which is a good airline for the Caribbean. They travel most of the islands,
got you.
which is good. So yeah, but people, it's about consistency, discipline, not overspending your money, not maxing out your credit cards. You don't want to have your credit to debt ratio disproportion. You don't want to have 30% debt. You want to keep it to a minimum. It helps,
Yeah,
especially when it reports to the bureaus, because it's a red flag if your 50% debt to income ratio is there. It shows like, wow, you might be in trouble. You might be overspending. You might not have enough money to cover other cards, so you're using more cards to pay for other things, which is a red flag to the creditors. You want to
got
keep
you.
your debt to income ratio low. Now, if you're very disciplined and consistent with your payments and you keep it at 10% and under, wow, you are a rock star when it
I'm a
comes to the
rock.
credit
I'm
bureaus.
a rock star. I'm a rock star.
Yeah, but
I'm a
that's
rock star.
discipline. So you are a disciplined person. The
Thank
average
you.
Right.
American, unfortunately, is not so disciplined.
I use the Jay Z rule. If you can't buy it 2 times or 3 times over, then you don't need it. I
That's
just do that.
discipline.
Yeah, it helps. It helps. I know you're very busy, Jeremiah, helping people with their credit, even while you're on the phone. I know you have meetings. I don't want to hold you up any. Yeah, I don't want to hold you up any longer because this is like a free tutorial. I'm not paying for this, and not with my credit card.
Well, and where can they find you at one more time?
Well, they can follow me on Instagram at Unique Great Credit. As far as the website, same thing, www.uniquegreatcredit.com. So that's YOUNEED great credit.com.
Thank you for your support. It keeps us motivated to keep doing what we do. To find out more about us, you can catch us at www.thelifestylebrothers.com. On Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, you can find us at the same name, The Lifestyle Brothers. And if you want to find some dope cinematic shots, bloopers, travel reels, be sure to subscribe our YouTube channel, The Lifestyle Brothers. Once again, on behalf of Goon and myself, we thank you.